Hey, I don't know exactly how I failed to notice this after the weekend retreat, but yeah, it feels more and more like my bodily sensations fill all the space. It's like being in, I described it as a huge warehouse of sensation, and I think Cathedral is a little prettier, but it's like, when I got back, my mind was kind of blank in a way. And, sensations would come through like, "Oh, wow, it takes a lot of effort to try to read a book or try to do an exercise or do yoga, whatever, or do the dishes." Like, wow, that takes a lot of effort. And it wasn't really comparing it to anything else. Maybe it was kind of implicitly, but it was just a sense of like, wow, this takes a lot of effort without words, just the feeling of it. And a feeling of like, oh, wow, food's not that interesting. And, it's kind of hard to breathe. And because the sensations couldn't be kind of pinned down, it just kind of the knowledge of it floated in and floated out. Um, and it took a full 24 hours for me to put like words on it, like, oh, congestion, extreme fatigue, loss of appetite. Oh, I'm sick. You know, it's like I couldn't, I couldn't concatenate that into a concept, into a familiar concept. It was just isolated data points. And it was kind of funny and also kind of jarring. And also, I think it's one of those things that you get used to after a while, from what I understand. Um, and also I had a session with a non-dual teacher named Josh, and I spent that hour concentrating very intently, trying to be very present, trying to, and it wasn't like intellectually challenging. It was experientially challenging. It's like, how honest and aware can I be? Because you want to maximize when you pay for an hour of someone's time. You don't want to waste it. Um, and afterwards, I just felt like a ton of bricks. And again, I couldn't put words to it. I couldn't, the concept of extreme fatigue just didn't really come up immediately. But it was like, okay, what do I do now? It's like I kind of feel like laying down. So I lay down, and it's just like there was the sensation of exhaustion, the sensation of the apparent density in my chest, the sensation of my scratchy throat. And it was all so big that it was kind of it kind of felt like it was crowding me almost. Um, and I guess that's just what fatigue is like. It's just fatigue is like, slow the fuck down. It's just like, I'm gonna put a big elephant on your head until you slow down. It's like, oh, there's an elephant on my head. What do I do now? Um, yeah, when I was laying down, it was like, okay, now what? Because I guess there's still something in me that keeps trying to orient. Where do I put my attention? Should I do some inquiry into this? Should if I meditate, what does that mean right now? Should I try to turn my brain off? Should I think of nothing? Like, should I let attention wander wherever it wants to? but it was weird. I was kinda tired and also kinda wired, so it didn't feel like I was gonna nod off to sleep anytime soon. So you're just kind of like, "I'm here with these sensations, okay. Hi, guys. Here we are." Anyway, that's it. That's just a little report from, I guess. I mean, I think this is, just kind of a non-dual opening, and it's very new, and, I think I'm gonna I think it's gonna take some getting used to. It's another shift. So and the shift itself, I think, is exhausting in a way because your system is just, like, in a bit of a jangle. And I talked to Angelo about it on Double Barrel, and he said, "Yeah, and, on the one hand, it can open up a lot of space for focus because, like, when I was talking with Josh, I was not aware I was fatigued because it just wasn't relevant. But then afterwards, it's like I was just crashed." And he said, sometimes he's had times when he's, working a bunch of stressful shifts at work or a bunch of, difficult shifts at work, and, kind of not even realizing that he's stressed out, or I mean, not recognizing the stress in the system, even when there's maybe a physical symptom. It's just kind of data points, and you know, there's there's no central processor to concatenate them into a diagnosis, um, unless you either focus or ask for outside input or whatever. Um, so yeah, an interesting experience I've been having lately. Yeah, that's it.